Harry and Meghan experienced the unfortunate consequences of hypocrisy as they wasted 4 days of opulence in Sussex. After being revealed, their actions following the Invictus Games lead to a multitude of uncertainties. Hello, everybody, welcome to the Princess Diana News Channel once again. Despite Harry's decision to move to sunny California, he remained entirely and authentically British. I imply that while the boy may be removed from Britain, his British essence remains inseparable. Harry is possibly a resident of the US. Currently, his vacation habits do not align with typical American practices. Is there anything more typically British than the annual tradition of basking in the sun in southern Europe for a few days? Ideally, in an exceptional resort known for its delectable fish and chips. Harry and Meghan possibly managed to have a covert getaway to a lavish Portuguese resort following their attendance at the Invictus Games in Dusseldorf, if the recent reports are unreliable. The perception of Meghan's recent trip is not very positive, as it appears that she spent a significant amount of time at the Invictus Games in Europe, almost equal to her vacation in Portugal. According to a report from Nova Gente magazine in Portugal, it has been revealed that the couple recently embarked on a spontaneous romantic getaway to a popular coastal town located approximately an hour and a half away from Lisbon. Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbanks also reside in that location as their home. According to reports, Meghan and Harry were guests at the Costa Terra Golf and Ocean Club, and coincidentally, Jack Brooksbank, working in marketing and sales, happened to be there. I am now more inclined to trust these reports considering that the local tourist board has confirmed Meghan and Harry's visit. When considering Meghan's speech at Invictus, the current question that arises is simply, what did she say? Meghan joined Harry in Dusseldorf 3 days after the commencement of his triumphant sports event for injured soldiers and veterans. Despite her inability to arrive punctually at Invictus, she managed to find ample time for a brief vacation at a luxurious resort. Shortly after arriving, Meghan addressed the Invictus audience, emphasizing the importance of remembering her previous remarks. She apologized for her slight tardiness to the party. I had to invest some extra time at home to ensure our young children were comfortable, indulged in milkshakes, and successfully dropped off at school. Allegedly, Meghan Markle was unable to attend Invictus punctually due to her responsibilities towards their children in California. However, she managed to extend her stay in Europe beyond what was required so that she could enjoy basking in the sunlight for a few additional days. The entire narrative seems unusual, yet I must confess, this escape could be considered one of Meghan and Harry's most flawlessly regal endeavors in recent memory. For instance, let's consider the case of William and Catherine. For over 10 years, they have consistently faced criticism for their frequent indulgence in impromptu vacations. Certain individuals have faced backlash for their tendency to exploit any possible reason as a pretext for indulging in brief leisure trips. As far back as 2008, it was rumored that Her Royal Highness harbored concerns about Catherine's apparent eagerness to casually prepare for vacations. Despite being the designated future monarchs, they continue to seize every chance to enjoy family vacations. Whenever those children have a brief respite from school, they immediately take advantage of the opportunity to be elsewhere. It is possible that they are planning to engage in skiing activities or visit the serene islands of Scilly, but they have definite travel plans. However, in comparison to Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, William and Catherine prefer staying home. Within a span of 15 months commencing in 2015, Beatrice successfully embarked on 18 global journeys, whereas her younger sibling only undertook 8. Clearly, the royal family thoroughly enjoys going on holiday. Who wouldn't want to do the same? Therefore, Harry and Meghan are simply continuing a long-standing family custom by choosing to have a delightful retreat. However, despite these aspects, it can be argued that the decision to go to Portugal may not have been the wisest choice. Meghan and Harry have dedicated a greater amount of time to their much-needed break than the occasions they have been seen in public in the US. In order to truly accomplish valuable work. The importance of optics is significant in this context. Indeed, over the past years, Meghan and Harry have exerted considerable efforts to assert their equal significance to the time when they served as representatives of the royal family. Harry's hue is a memorable aspect that is etched in our minds of many. Can anyone possibly erase the memories of their self-organized imitation New York royal visit in 2021? Can anyone possibly overlook the memorable expression of universal service? Additionally, this year has proven to be particularly unfavorable for their endeavors in doing good. In the year 2023, Harry has participated in 2 charitable events in person in the United States. One example occurred when he joined the Diana Awards Person Conversations for Change event alongside previous award recipients in One instance occurred when he accompanied Meghan to a Santa Barbara youth organization during Mental Health Awareness Month. Then, he embarked on a project in the United States. When he took part in the Well Child Awards event. Meghan has successfully participated in 2 charitable events this year. On International Women's Day, there was a meaningful event called Harvest Home, organized by an organization named a charitable organization offering assistance to pregnant women facing the threat of homelessness. Next, the youth group mentioned above arrives for their visit. In August, Meghan and Harry were featured in a video where they announced the initial beneficiaries of funding from the Responsible Technology Youth Power Fund. Harry made an appearance at a charitable event in Tokyo during the month of September. After that, he traveled to Singapore to participate in a charity polo match benefiting Jacinta Valley organization. Meghan enthusiastically contributed her recipe to a charity cookbook. Harry produced a video in his backyard showcasing Well Child. Archewell has disclosed certain fragments of their alleged accomplishments, but on the whole, their achievements are unremarkable. According to the research conducted by Giving USA, private foundations donated an impressive $163 billion in the United States. In 2022. The charitable organization, Archewell Foundation, founded by Meghan and Harry, has made a generous donation of $4. In the time frame of 2021 till 2022, a significant portion of $6 million has been generated out of the total sum of $20 million. While the Sussexes often express their dedication to charity work, their actual contributions seem relatively limited. Although they appear to desire global recognition as humanitarian figures, they have yet to substantiate this claim through their actions. Let us recall the recent advice shared by Harry during his presentation in Tokyo last month. He claimed that from the very beginning, throughout his entire life, and indefinitely, his existence has been centered around acts of benevolence. However, the issue lies in their constant repetition of this statement without actually offering any evidence to support their belief. It seems that esteemed figures such as Bill and Melinda Gates and Greta Thunberg can rest assured knowing that Meghan and Harry will not pose any threat to their philanthropic reigns or esteemed positions. I believe that although it is important for individuals to take breaks, it is not ideal for them to spend nearly as much time lounging a pool as they do attending the games, as it could reflect poorly on them. Okay everyone, moving on to another topic. Let's discuss your feedback regarding Meghan's predicament and the potential negative outcomes of her daring strategy for herself and Harry. I appreciate your input and would like to discuss your viewpoints further. Our first feedback is from Kat. Is there something that I have overlooked? If she continues to share the same story in her book, she will definitely seal her own downfall. However, she should consider the challenging experiences she has endured that were beyond her control. Whether or not she received advice against doing so, she will undoubtedly continue forward, disregarding any input besides her own. It would be irrational to believe that the Invictus Games were a triumph or held any significance for her, given her rational state of mind. Besides providing her with another platform to showcase her latest non-fashion show and connect with as many people as possible at this point in time, her actions have devalued the importance of the games rather than improving it. It is my earnest wish that somebody will thoroughly scrutinize their financial records and closely examine all the related aspects with great attention to detail. I am unable to forget the sight of her confidently walking among our British veterans, dressed in a way that only emphasizes her sinister grin, amplifying its unsettling nature. She is gradually approaching the topic of Princess Diana's bulimia, a genuine replication of her behavior. She is suffering mentally and physically, both internally and externally. She greatly tarnishes the royal family's legacy, and as long as she remains married and holds her titles, she will continue to do so. Although we are aware that she won't leave silently, at first, the highest priority should be given to removing her details from the official royal website. It is hard to believe that she is still in the position, considering the information provided. The same principle can be attributed to Harry as well. They are currently not dividing their time any more than I am laughing uncontrollably at the moment, and I genuinely desire that arrangements are being made to accomplish this promptly. Kat, your comment is greatly appreciated. I believe that the majority of individuals present share your viewpoint completely, and we also share in the feeling of frustration. Immediate action needs to be taken regarding her predicament. She tarnishes the reputation of the royal family and will persist in causing them negative publicity if given the opportunity. The next comment pertains to Meghan's book, which is a memoir written by Sue. A memoir is a first-hand historical account or biography derived from personal experiences. I ponder if this work will encompass her past experiences, or if it will merely be another harsh documentation of her reality. It leaves me questioning if this will end up categorized as fiction. There is reason to believe that Meghan lacks the ability to be honest. I must say, that lady certainly has an issue. She has a problematic tendency to constantly deceive others. I fail to comprehend how Meg could possibly be embraced within the royal family center any longer, given the circumstances involving Dizzy Chef. She caused pain to all members of the royal family. Even more distressing, she caused pain to the ex-Queen Elizabeth. I highly doubt she will ever be given permission to return. I highly doubt that she will ever be able to gain their forgiveness. Despite the possibility of forgiving her or attempting to forgive her, they will always carry the memory. And then Wayne points out the obvious truth that those two individuals are washed up and irrelevant. She lacks any knowledge or information about the monarchy. She has a deficiency in displaying empathy, telling the truth, and genuinely connecting with the public. The damage has been done by them. I concur with your viewpoint, Wayne. I highly doubt they will be able to escape the consequences of their actions. I believe that karma is on its way. I understand that observing their actions can often lead to frustration, as they consistently escape consequences. However, their reckoning will come in due time. I am certain of that. The following statement concerns Meghan and the missing jewelry. CRM asked if the late Queen had replicas created of important jewelry such as tiaras and necklaces because she did not trust Markle. I am aware that I have come across this information in one of the shows I regularly watch. The Queen displayed exceptional intelligence. She immediately recognized Markle as soon as she first encountered her. Oh, I really hope I got this correct. Veronica affirms that replicas were indeed created by the Queen immediately after lending the tiara for the wedding. Meghan caused alarm when she insisted on acquiring the priciest tiara from the archive vaults, the coveted Russian one previously worn by Beatrice on her wedding day. Despite being in her 90s, the Queen exhibited a keen grasp of current affairs. This was also the sight that greeted Meghan and Harry when they expressed their desire to reside in the Queen's apartment. They mentioned that was the moment they were able to care for her. However, the Queen firmly and definitively refused the idea, for both her and them. At that moment, Major Johnny intercepted Meghan, leading her into his office, and kindly offering her a cup of tea while excluding Harry from entering. After spending time with the Queen, Harry and she departed for the Invictus Games via helicopter. I am confident that I witnessed that information online. I have faith in it, Veronica, and I sincerely desire for it to be accurate. You're right, the Queen possessed exceptional intelligence and astuteness. I strongly believe that she was fully aware of Meghan's real intention. Upon careful consideration, I have come to the realization that you are correct. It's highly unlikely that she would have allowed Meghan Markle to touch any valuable jewelry. We greatly appreciate your time and participation in watching and discussing various topics with us, but unfortunately, that's all we have for now. Thank you sincerely for your support. If you find my video helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family who may also appreciate it. Feel free to stay updated in the future by subscribing to Princess Diana News channel, and there's no need to worry about it. I sincerely appreciate your presence today and bid you farewell. Rest assured, I will be back to connect with you again in upcoming videos.